Shet from Scarlet Moon Creations, and I am back with my December favorites video. So this is late for a couple of reasons. One, and this is like an announcement, though you might not care. This will be my last favorites video, or my last monthly favorites video. I am still trying to decide whether or not I will do quarterly favorites in 2019. But it being the last of the favorites for 2018, I definitely wanted to get it done. I just was so busy in December and in January that my filming and posting video schedule did not go as originally planned. But when I finally had a chance to sit down and think about what my favorite things were from December, here we are. So yeah, being busy and then knowing this is the last one and kind of putting it off, let's just get into it. If you have any preferences, if you don't care about the favorites videos, so you don't want to see anymore, sorry. Or if you would like to see them but would be interested in seeing them quarterly, like one for spring, summer, fall, and winter, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, let's just jump right in. Like I said, a lot went on in December. Scarlet Moon Creations, as you know, is my own small business, so I also had a huge, my biggest year annual sale in December, and it went really well, and I also had lots of orders even outside of the sale week, so it was crazy busy, and I'm very thankful and grateful and happy that I had so many customers who ordered so much and they enjoyed every last drop of what they ordered. So that just makes me very happy. They are my favorite people of December. Also in December is, of course, various holidays. I, being a witch, celebrate the winter solstice. I have family that celebrates Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and also Christmas, and even Three Kings Day in January. So lots of family get-togethers, and even a little bit of drama, which is not the norm for me during the holidays. So whatever, my other favorite people this month are my family, particularly my grandmother that kind of, I found out belatedly, saved me from more emotional drama. So thank you, Grandma. I love you. So things. The Yule Witchathon occurred. So this was my second Witchathon and that I participated in, and the second one that occurred. And just as a reminder, Witchathon is thrown by Rhiannon over at Crescent Moon Reads. I'll link her in the description and my Witchathon wrap-up above, but I loved everything about it. Same as the Samhain Witchathon. Just that week was really fun, and I read some great books. Quick reminder, I read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, reread, I should say, but also The Picture of Dorian Gray, which, like, brought out a lot of anger in me, but I still liked it. Big Magic, which I did a whole book talk about, and I absolutely love that book. At some point I have to buy it because I borrowed it from the library. And last but not least, the group read The Nightingale, The Bear and the Nightingale, which was so atmospheric, and I definitely do want to read the sequel to that book. Just I think what I really like, other than the kind of witchcraft theme of the Witchathon readathons, is that they're very atmospheric. It's really puts me in tune with the seasons, with the weather, with what's going on in and around me, and kind of it's like I'm using books as a way of celebrating this season and as representations of the seasons, and I really like that. And it's something that I pinpointed after doing the second Witchathon, and so I'm glad there are two more coming up. The next one being the Ostara Witchathon. That was weird. In March, so look forward to some videos about that. And yeah, next up, of course, holiday decor. I love it. And not just holiday decor, but winter decor, but especially holiday decor. I am not one to like take stuff down immediately. This is not, and when I say holiday, I don't mean like one day. It's celebrating the season of winter to me, and so not Christmas, not just Yule, but winter. So I got all my holiday decor here in the background still. What I am partial to with the holiday decor is greenery, representing the evergreens, the eternal life. Having some red in there, representing blood, also representing life, or more like the life within us rather than, and life-giving forces, rather than, well, like the evergreen look is more like growth and stability and the element of earth in kind of a stasis period. The red is more like, pumping blood, life-giving energy, berries. You can see some of my fake berries back there. So, and they contrast nicely, just having a little sprinkle of red and all of that green. And then white, snow, purity, the coldness of the season, ice, that kind of stuff. Also, and then, accenting silver and gold, just because they look nice. And lights, fairy lights are popular, and I like them because it's kind of like the stars in the sky, the candles to remember the sun will be returning, that the sun is returning, specifically with Yule, that being the winter solstice, the longest night. After that, every day gets longer, the sun is returning, and will continue to get stronger. It doesn't go away, it just becomes small and dim like fairy lights. So that is my love, my favorite holiday decor. I occasionally like some blue in there, again, kind of a wintry color representing the coolness of the season, the cold, frozen water, that kind of thing. So moving on, cinnamon body butter. I kind of made this body butter on a whim a couple of years ago, thinking like, what's a good winter scent? And I like to keep them basic. I don't like to make really complicated scent blends, perfume blends, that kind of thing, essential oil blends. I like using simples, and so you can really dive deep into one particular scent that you like. But so cinnamon body butter is one of the ones I offer, and you can find a link in the description below. And cinnamon is a little spicy, and it has a warming effect on the body and the blood. It's a little exciting to the nerves and gets the blood flowing. And I also find it's kind of helpful for like mild seasonal affective disorder, or just, when you're feeling glum during the winter time, and you just want a burrito in your covers in bed all day. Cinnamon kind of gets you more excited for getting up, getting out, and being more positive about the day ahead of you, thinking you can do things despite the fact that it's cold and you don't want to move. You want to conserve energy. And so it being in a body butter is absolutely wonderful because you can put it all over and your skin soaks it up. Also, the dry winter air doesn't have a lot of moisture, so most of us have very dry skin during the winter. And if you have things like psoriasis or eczema, it's even worse. It's painful, itchy, dry skin, and nobody likes that. So keeping your body moisturized by drinking a lot of water, and then showering in warm water, taking a bath in warm water, and then putting on body butter to like help keep the moisture in your body, and it being cinnamon scented. It's like, oh, taking care of yourself, keeping yourself healthy and active and warm. And I don't know what I would have done in December without that cinnamon body butter. I'm still using it because it's even colder in January. That being said, next, we're moving on to some YouTubers. Nisha, On the Margins Of. I think we've been like Twitter friendly since November, or maybe since the last Witchathon, the Samhain Witchathon. And Nisha and Sophia of Sophia's Thoughts on YouTube created their own kind of read along unofficially called the Swabathon, and basically it's everybody reading V.E. Schwab or Victoria Schwab, and just reading as many of her books as we can or as we want to. And it started in December. I don't remember the beginning date, but I started late because I was doing Witchathon and my annual sale. So, but I'm just like grateful for them starting it because I have been thinking I want to read some V.E. Schwab books, 2 series in particular, and it's been great so far. It's a very low-key, relaxed read along. We're not all reading the same books at the same time, but as we can get them, and then just chatting about them as we please. I really like Nisha because she's very thoughtful and expressive about what she likes and does not like with the books, and also very open-minded, and overall excited about reading, and that's fun. It's not I have another reading buddy, so I'm very happy to be reading buddies with Nisha. You should definitely go watch her booktube channel. I still have to finish her Hunger Along vlog because I'm thinking about maybe joining that unofficially. So yeah, check out Nisha at On the Margins Of on YouTube. Next YouTuber is Elliot Brooks. I don't know. I just really like Elliot. She is funny and mature. I don't know exactly how to put this, but yeah, she just is. I don't remember exactly how I came across her first video. I don't even remember what first video I watched, but I really like that she reads adult fantasy and young adult fantasy and talks about the differences and similarities with both and gives, recommendations, because I am a person who primarily has read adult fantasy. If we're just talking about the fantasy drama, I've mostly read adult fantasy most of my life, even when I was a child or a young adult, I should say. I was reading Anne Rice in middle school. Probably not very appropriate, but in most people's eyes, but I don't care. I have, as a kid, I was reading well ahead of my reading level and could not read. Like, I needed to get my hands on something, and we didn't always have money, so I just picked up whatever was around the house and read it. Whatever was in other people's houses and read it. Go to the library, go whatever section I felt like, and read it because I needed constant new material to read. And I kind of still do. But anyway, that being said, so I'm used to adult fantasy. Young adult fantasy has become a big thing in the past 10 or so years. Young adult is mostly a marketing thing rather than an actual genre. But it wasn't a thing when I was this age. Like, there were some books, but it wasn't a big deal for it to be young adult. And fantasy, while they had teenage and preteen age or even children age characters, they were still like adult topics, I guess. This is always difficult. But anyway, so it's a little bit different now, and I find myself interested in some young adult fantasy and others just like being really frustrated with it not being as filling as adult fantasy is to me. So coming across Elliot Brooks, she is one of the booktubers that I really appreciate because it's helping me navigate that world. There have been some new people since then, but she has been the gateway. Also, she is doing a year-long readathon for Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere series and the Witcher series by Sapkowski. I don't have the book right in front of me, so excuse me if I'm mispronouncing his name completely. But so every month, if you want, you can read a book from the Cosmere and a book from The Witcher, and except for March, because Elliot's book comes out in March and she'll be too busy. But so far, I'm happy with the first books that I've read for each, and I can't wait till we get into more. I've heard of Brandon Sanderson, and I had attempted to read one of his books, didn't go so well. So like doing this read along is going to be interesting. And then I've heard of the Witcher series, but I knew nothing about it. I've never played the video game, so I was like, alright, I'll jump in for both read-alongs since they're happening at the same time and see where it takes me. And again, those are both adult fantasy, but ones that I have no experience in. So the worlds are completely new and different, and so far interesting to me. So thank you, Elliot Brooks, for existing. You can find her YouTube at Elliot Brooks. Next and last, I should have mentioned this book earlier, but A Darker Shade of Magic. I read a lot of books in December, thanks to Witchathon and the Schwabathon and just life. Um, and other than Big Magic and the Harry Potter book, which nostalgia, um, the my favorite book of the month was A Darker Shade of Magic, and that is by V.E. Schwab. It's the first in the trilogy, and I read that book within 24 hours. I think it was less than 24 hours, but I can't remember. I'm about to read the sequel. I'm fascinated by the world. I love the characters, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to recommend this book properly, but it was, I think, my second favorite book of December, so it's definitely going in my favorites video. But yeah, that were my December 2018 favorites. I hope you guys like some of these things. And I'll see you, I guess, for my spring favorites wrap up video. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but the more I think about it, the more I definitely want to do like a quarterly video. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.